Well, good morning, you guys. It is Crystal here from Homemaking on the Homestead, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my first grocery haul of 2023. Alright, so if you have watched any of my last videos, you will know that I am doing a freezer pantry clean out for January, and so this grocery haul, my idea was to just buy the things, only the things I need, pass up those sales, don't even look at them because I have plenty to clean out of my freezer and make room for more sales that will hopefully come later in the year. So my grocery haul will reflect that. This is also the first grocery haul that I have done since almost little bit later than the middle of December. So this is the first time that I've been in the grocery store in almost a month. My husband did make one stop earlier this month for some fruit and some milk, but that was basically all. So I'm going to take you along with me for this. I have prices all at the end and my grand total. I would love to know from you what your prices are looking like and how they compare to my prices. That would be, I'm always interested in that, so that would be interesting for you to share that. So please do in the comments below. But for now, we'll get started. It was a cloudy, dreary, rainy, overcast day. And very foggy. That was the other thing that I realized. It was just a really foggy day. But we headed out of the mountains and headed into town. And my first stop was actually Walmart. My husband needed to pick up something for himself, and I had a few things I wanted to pick up. Mainly paper clips, and I was really happy to see that I ended up with the last package that was right there, at least, of some pretty colorful paper clips. So I grabbed those. Then headed over to the fabric section. With the weather and winter here, I decided, you know what, I'm going to make myself a new apron and do some sewing. So, and that was about it. You could see my husband grabbed a dozen eggs. So you can see there my husband had grabbed a dozen eggs. And so we've been hearing about the egg shortages and the egg problems. And so he was like, well, I'll just grab one because I see it here. There was no limit at Walmart, and it was $1.86 a dozen. So I thought, okay, that's not bad. But wait till you see what I find later on, and that's the other thing I want to know from you guys. What are your eggs looking like, and how much are you paying for a dozen? That was an exceptionally good deal compared to everything else that I saw that day. After leaving Walmart, we headed over to Costco. We got some gas real quick, and then went in to do our shopping. And you'll see as I'm going through the store that I'm kind of just looking at different things and showing you a few of the things that I purchased, because like I said, at the very end of the video I will be laying out everything so that you can get an idea of everything I got and what I spent for it. But for now, it's just a quick trip and a quick view of a few things I got at Costco. Oh, and while you're watching that, I will say that Costco, when we went to see what their egg prices were, they were completely out of eggs. And later on, my daughter had told me that they were completely out of eggs. Two days prior to that, she had heard that from one of her girlfriends. So, yeah, no eggs at Costco. So that was a little crazy. I'd never seen that before. Anyway, at that point, it was time to get our groceries paid for and get them loaded up in the car. Again, we always take an ice chest with us because we have a long trip into town. It's about 45 minutes for us to get into town, and then we still have another grocery store to go to, so we just keep it in an ice chest, the cold and frozen things in there while we do our shopping. At that point, it was off to WinCo. I actually found WinCo's produce to not be too bad this time. I don't know whether it's the time of year or what, but it seemed like the prices were pretty decent at least for January. And again, I'm showing you a few of the things that I purchased and some of the prices, but I didn't go through everything. It takes a lot to try to organize, watch my grocery list, to deal with the filming and everything, so this time I just decided to simplify it a little bit. And yes, there were chocolate chips because I have cookies on my on my to-do list. We had to get our sushi because that is a big deal for us. We love sushi, and we had a couple of our kids stopping by, and they love sushi too. So milk prices have definitely gone up. And there were the egg prices at WinCo, $3.48 for a dozen eggs, and there's a limit of 2. Now the 5 dozen was a much better, I can't say much better, it was a little bit better price. The 5 dozen worked out to be about $3.20 approximately per dozen. So we could have at that point gone all the way back over to WinCo, which really wasn't in our route to get home, or just go ahead and pick up 5 dozen, which is what we ended up doing, because I figure eggs will last for a good amount of time in the refrigerator, and at least I got some. I'm afraid that the next time I go shopping, they may not have any, like Costco. I needed some frozen corn, and I'm always checking the price per ounce to find the best deal. And I found it interesting that the smaller package that was actually on sale was more expensive than the bigger package not on sale. So of course I grabbed that. And then it was time to do our checkout with WinCo. WinCo is a bag your own groceries. So again, I did not film that part other than veggies coming down the conveyor belt, but it's a lot to try to bag groceries and film it at the same time. And once again, it was time to head on out and load up the car. Had to do a little bit of cold food shuffling so that we could get the newer stuff in there, but we were able to get it all packed into the ice chest and into our little car. And then at that point, it was time to head on out of the city, back up into the mountains, and back home. So once I got home, I laid out all my groceries and gave you prices so you can get an idea of everything that I bought and what I paid for it. My total for WinCo came to $73.70. Now I'm going to show you Costco's. My husband was helping me bring in the groceries when we got home, and he's Mr. Efficient, which I love, and I appreciate his help. However, he put a few things away that I did not get pictures of. One of those was a 13-pound box of oranges that we paid $12.99 for. The other was this container of peanut butter filled pretzels. This is 3 pounds, 7 ounces, and cost $10.49. And he also bought some more bananas at Costco. So our Costco total was $106.57. And of course the eggs that we had bought at WinCo. So my grand total for shopping this time around was $180.27. And I am really hoping that we do not have to go back to the grocery store until sometime in February. other than maybe to do a run for some milk and some fresh fruit. All right, you guys, that wraps up this first January 2023 grocery haul. Like I said at the beginning, let me know what you're paying. I would put it in the comments below. I would really like to know what my prices look like compared to your prices. And don't forget to give this video a like. I would really appreciate that. It helps a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like my content, would you please consider subscribing? I really would appreciate that as well. All right, well, I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye-bye.